We're going to go into bees and check them, see if they need any feed. This is August 31st. Just checking everything as I go. They're a little less aggressive today than they was last time. Well, this hive wasn't aggressive last time. I'm checking it first. Let's get in there and see what's going on. Well, I don't see beetles. That right there where they can walk up. Matter of fact, I'll put it over that way. Using a little bit of smoke. Try to be gentle with them. I think I'll do this third frame in because the beetle gel is in the way a little bit. Okay. You know what? That's full of honey. Completely. They're getting stirred up a little bit. Okay, well, let's look at a few more. I'm not going to go plumb down in there on this one. I'm just doing a quick inspection, but they got a lot of honey, it looks like. Oh, that's brood there. Okay, but they got a band of honey around the top. And that side's honey. They still got some on the bottom they can lay in. This over here is just honey. Yeah, I'm getting them riled up a little bit. Okay, and they're working that like it's not capped, but it's full. Okay, so I was seeing if I needed to feed these bees. Nothing over here. Well, they're putting nectar in that one, so they're working it. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna check all the way over here a little bit, see what they got on this side. Just seeing what stores they have. They got brood in the middle, and I'm not going to go in the bottom box. I'm sure there's a lot of brood in there. Yep, full frame of honey. And the frame on the outside that I see they're working that side, but it's capped on the inside. So what I'm going to do, I think they got plenty of honey for now. Not going to be able to check them for a couple of weeks, but with them full frames of honey like that, I think they got plenty of honey to get them through. I'm not going to feed these. I'm just not going to bother with it. All right. What I'm going to do is redo that beetle gel. It's still got some stuff in it. But yeah, I decided on this one I'm not going to feed them. I think they got plenty of stores. And they're still bringing in some pollen. They had some or nectar, I mean. They had some fresh nectar brought in from somewhere that they're working on some of the frames. So gonna leave them be as far as feeding them. To get this beetle gel set up, I'll put it back in and drop that frame back down in there and let them settle down a little bit. And I've got another hive beetle treatment to put on. I'm going to put some of the sheets up here, and then we'll let that be it for these. So like I said before, I'm not going to feed these right now. They got plenty. I'm going to go ahead and put this beetle gel back in there, and all I did, as you've seen before, I put some new apple cider vinegar in there, just like I did when I first showed them back when. This is vegetable oil here. Sometimes people put like some dish soap in that part where the vegetable oil is. That helps to drown them. Dish soap will kill any kind of wasp or anything pretty much on contact, so sometimes people do that. So yeah, I'm just pressing that down in there. I'm gonna have that in there, but then I got something else. That's been catching them pretty good, but I've got these beetle towels that I bought at the bee store, and I'd heard about that for a long time. Now they're big. They're bigger than I thought, and I've not watched no videos on these, but I think you could put them on there, and they're made to where you can put them on, and then that holds them where the bees can't get them out. But I'm gonna fold mine. Kind of be double thick for the thickness, if I can get a neat fold on there, because I'm gonna try to fold mine if I can here. These gloves are a little cumbersome, but the way these things have been acting lately, that's good enough right there for what I'm doing. And I was told that you might want to hold these down with something. That's probably why they're made where you can put them out here and just put that down so the bees can't pull them out, because they'll pull them down in there. And I'm just going by what I was told. I've just got some little staples in here. I don't think the bees probably like that, but I'm just stapling mine down where they can't pull them out. Now, if I change my mind on that later, I've never used these, and I just felt like that's the way to do it. So I hope it is. And so the inner cover goes back on. See, there's a couple of beetles now. But the theory is, in which they've tested it, and they sell them at the bee store, I guess the bees can walk over them towels. But the beetles, for some reason, they're different, and they can't walk over them towels. So we'll see how that does. So I'm gonna go in this one now. Oh, they got some beetles right on the top right away. Yeah, I didn't leave any beetle stuff in for them. I took their beetle gel out the other day. It was full, and we were getting that honey the last time I was here. And yeah, see, there's some larvae from them and stuff. Okay, we need to see that larvae. It's worms. I should have showed that a little better, but them hive beetles is laid there. See, there's a worm. Them hive beetles have laid their junk up here. The bees can't get to this part. This may be upside down. I probably need to look into that. Might be better to turn it the other way. Maybe I will this time. But if I do that, I feel like the way the lip is on my inner covers here, like the bees don't have any room to walk in there. I'll have to look how far down the frames are. I might change this so that they can, because this whole part they can't get to, and the hive beetles can get in here. So I might, yeah, like I said, I might change that around some. I'll decide. But one of the main things I'm doing today is trying to get rid of hive beetles and pests. Okay, so I'm just killing any beetles I see at the top here. See, I think I'm messing up on the, at least. Yeah, I'll see on these, and I might change that other one. It's like they've got an area here they can't get to. I don't know that that's good, because this is a good strong hive, and I think they'd keep it squared away with pests a lot more if they can get to where the pests are. Look there, beetles all in the edges. Like anywhere that the bees can't get to, them beetles is going. Yeah, I don't know if they can get to the top real good if I turn it the other way for this kind of hive cover. Yeah, there's beetles on there, and they can't do anything about the beetles. I think they're just impervious to a bee's jaws biting them or anything. There's a little room there. Whether or not a bee can get through that, what I'm wondering. Well, yeah, they're crawling under my hive tool there. Yeah, I think I'll flip it when I put it back on. Right now, we're gonna set it down here so they can walk up back in the hive. They're a lot calmer today. Yeah, they've calmed down. It was overcast earlier, but right now it's a little bit sunny. You see that I don't have any beetle gel in here, and you've seen how many more beetles is in that. I'm gonna look in here and see what we got. Let's go real easy. Pull out this frame and see what's on it. And make a judgment on these over here if I want to feed them. They were stronger than the other ones. So what I mean is they might need a little more feed, but okay, this is honey over here. For the most part, you see it's not fully capped, but there's a big chunk of honey at the top of it. Bottom down there is where the queen can lay in it. Set that one off. They're getting riled up already. Let me make sure. Yeah, they're fine. Get some. They're starting to fly around me a little bit, but they're a lot calmer than they was last time. Of course, I've just started in on them. I'm trying to be easy with them, not mash anything. There's so many bees crawling around so quick. Okay. Okay, honey on the top up there. I don't know, this one may need a little feed on it. It's got a lot more bees and a lot more open area. They had a lot of their honey up in that super we took off. Okay, there's some nectar in this one. I'm not seeing any eggs up top here. That don't mean anything because the eggs can be down, they're probably down in the bottom. Yeah, this thing's full of bees. Okay, yeah, they're getting upset. I don't know if I mashed one or don't think I did. One of them stung my glove. All right. one more frame out and look about brood, but this hive here, I don't want them to cap it out to where that they can't lay in it, but they've got a lot more open area than that other one did. There's just a band of honey up top. Nope, no eggs, not up here, so queen must be down below. Of course, I've got that mite treatment strips in between these two. Yeah, they're getting upset here. All right, move out of the way, bees. I'll slide the frames back. Don't want to mash anybody. Yeah, this thing's full of bees. It's harder to work it without squishing anything, which I don't think I have. But yeah, there's more bees in here. All right, so this one here don't have as much stores. From what I can see they've got some down in here. They get so upset. Start getting into it. All right. All right, I've got my mite treatment, not mite treatment, but my beetle treatments and stuff here. I'm gonna go ahead and put back in this hive. Had this beetle gel in the hive before, I'm putting it back in there. And I got this Swiffer sheet looking thing. Put it in there. And I'll decide on feeding them. I was saying a minute ago I might feed them, but I don't know. I hate to, because they're going to be raising winter bees, and the queen might be needing to lay up here. I don't want to clog the thing up with won't clog it up where she can't lay, get them honey bound. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, so that's, either way, right now, that's, got to decide now if I want to feed them. I need to put that, need to put a feeder on there. I think I'll feed this one a little bit, and this one I won't. So I got these hive top feeders for fall feed. I'm going to be feeding them 2 to 1. I'm going to put a little bit in there. I'm not going to be able to check them. I know I'm going to be busy for about 3 weeks. Not going to be able to get back to them, so we'll go ahead and feed them. Put them treatments on there. Go ahead and put this hive top feeder on there. Then I can come back down here and just, that's a little wobbly there. We'll try that other feeder and see if it's, this one might be working. So I put a different feeder on here that, I guess this one down here is warped a little. I may have to mess with it, but I could probably mash on it a little or whatever. This one's setting good. They're already up here. So the way they do is they come through the middle. I'll put my sugar water in here, which I don't have with me because I didn't know I was going to do it. I didn't want to make any up. But You can put 1.5 gallons in each side, and they can take it down. Now you don't need nor do you want a inner cover up here. You just put the top back on it. So I'm gonna scrape the top real good and make sure I don't have any pests. Of course, there's no way to keep the pests from crawling around the side here, but these won't have an upper entrance now the way I'm doing this, but I'm just doing it this way. They'll be fine. It's getting cooler now, so it's not a thing of the heat. It's been down to 50 degrees at night. It's not getting too much over high 70s at the highest in the hottest part of the day, and they're in the shade down here at that point, so I'm not worried about them overheating or anything. Just clean this off a little, and then I'll come back down here like I said and put the actual feed in there, but you just cap that so it's capped good. No other bees can come in from the outside and get it and rob it out or anything, but that's how it's done. That's what I needed to do today. I'll come back down and put some sugar water in there later. And this, I don't need this anymore, so try to shake the bees to the front of the hive here. And that's about all for today. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video.